If you haven't watched the Matrix films or the John Wick movies yet, don't worry, I rewatched these films and wanted to give additional insight. This video won't spoil major plot twists, but will expose some key concepts. Continue watching at your own risk. We're using the films as metaphors to explore bigger ideas about systems, power, and modern society in 2026. But fair warning, after this, you might watch them very differently. What if I told you, John Wick isn't only about revenge? The Matrix isn't only about AI machines, they're both about you, about the system, about the choices you make, the rules, and what happens when you break them, the consequences. And in 2026? It's geopolitical, it's economic, it's digital, and it's tightening. In John Wick, there's something called the high table. You don't vote for it, you don't question it, you obey it, or you get eliminated. Sound extreme? Look at 2026. The US, Israel, and Iran exchange strikes, oil markets spike, shipping routes like the Strait of Hormuz get threatened. Inflation creeps back up, defense contractors surge, regular people, gas prices go up, taxes go up, more people will rent instead of buying. Everyone is affected by layoffs and budget cuts. You didn't vote on missile launches, but you're paying for them. That's high-table energy. The Matrix wasn't a steel prison, it was perception of settings. We live inside defaults, beliefs, labels, roles. Your identity is a login that preloads choices. Habits become fences disguised as comfort. Little walls built daily. Algorithms don't force you, they nudge your curiosity. Notice what you click when you're tired. That's the loop. Attention loops reward outrage, not understanding. Confusion feels like complexity. It's often poor framing. To exit a trap, rename it. Doom scrolling becomes mindless input. Name it, shrink it, audit your inputs. Who benefits from your impulses? Follow the incentives, practice deliberate friction, notifications off, news on schedule. Make distraction expensive. Trade hot takes for first principle questions. What is the goal? What are the constraints? Build small proofs of agency, skills, savings, sleep. Stack tiny wins. When perception changes, options multiply. That's how you bend a system, quietly, daily. Now the macro system, real levers, not vibes. Conflicts reshape plumbing, shipping lanes, insurance, premiums. Energy choke points ripple through food, freight, inflation. Budgets respond, contractors grow, debts refinance. Regulators expand mandates after emergencies. Surveillance blooms through compliance and safety. Monetary policy translates fear into price signals. Capital seeks certainty. Uncertainty concentrates power. Sanctions, standards, tariffs, treaties, code that programs markets. Winners write rules at ports, clouds, payment rails. Citizens feel it as fees, delays, limits. Mitigation isn't doom, it's strategy. Diversify energy exposure, hold buffers, map dependencies, learn how rules are drafted, participate upstream, understand levers. You stop being collateral. That's how you navigate, not react. In The Matrix Reloaded, the architect reveals something wild. Even rebellion is part of the design. There is always the one, but the one stabilizes the system. Now think, how many movements explode, trend, go viral, and then vanish? Outrage becomes content. Revolution becomes merchandise. Rebellion becomes monetized. The system doesn't always crush resistance, sometimes it absorbs it. In 2026, the top tier accumulates assets. The middle class feels squeezed, the bottom tier cycles through debt or poverty. Meanwhile, the attention economy keeps everyone emotionally reactive. Dating in 2026 is a patchwork of unpredictability and structure, shaped by generational shifts, cultural expectations, and platform evolution. If people are distracted, divided, exhausted, financially stressed, addicted to digital validation, they won't question structural mechanics. They'll argue over headlines and gender dynamics. A population can be controlled through fragmentation and force. That's Matrix-level control. Here's the real question. Are you Neo or are you Cypher? Neo chose awareness with the uncomfortable truth. Cypher knew the truth and chose stake and ignorance. How many people in 2026 are doing the same? John Wick understood the rules before he challenged them. He mastered the system before he fought it. Most people in 2026? They don't even know the rules. They think inflation is random. They think geopolitical conflict is isolated. They think algorithms are neutral. They think power is transparent. It's not evil, it's self-preserving. Systems protect themselves, always. Everything is connected. Escaping the societal system is rare, without major lifestyle changes, but you can understand it. You can understand media manipulations, question financial systems, you can reduce dependency, identify your core values, invest in yourself, build leverage, diversify income, protect your attention, think strategically, play the long game, because in 2026 and beyond, awareness is currency. Understanding this world and acquiring knowledge is power. And ignorance, that's the real prison. Are you conscious or just comfortable? The system will always exist. John Wick didn't complain, he took action. Neo didn't scroll, he evolved, they chose. Such is life. Peace.